Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Gopika Jeevana Smaranam Janaki Kanta Smaranam Jai Jai Rama Rama Pundalika Varada Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Janmadhya Setonvayadhyatashартeshva Vighneswarat Tene Brahmahridaya Adikave Muhyanti Yat Suraya Tejo Varimrutam Yata Vinimayo Yatratra Sargo Mrisha Dhamna Svena Sada Nirastaguhakam Satyam Param Dhimahi Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Nama Sankirtanam Yasya Sarva Papa Pranashanam Pranamo Dukkha Shamanam Tam Namami Harim Param Kalikalochitam Dharmam Nama Sankirtanatmakam Nirnetum Avatiranam Tam Premikam Sadgurum Bhaje Prema Pradanaika Vichakshanabhyam Ananya Bhaktaihi Abhivanditabhyam Madhya Chittasana Shobhitabhyam Namo Nama Premika Padukabhyam. Namo Namah Sadguru Padukabhyam. With the grace of Guru, this is another day for us to experience the bliss of Bhagavata. So today's topic is Prahlada Charitram. Sukaya Karmani Karoti Lokaha. All Bhagavata Pravachana of Kitana usually begins with a very nice preamble. He makes us understand why we are here for. Why are we going to sit and listen to Bhagavata? What is the need of it? Why are we all here? So all this is a preamble with which we start, because we should know why we are here, isn't it? So that setup, he usually starts with Sukaya Karmani Karoti Lokaha. What does that mean? From Pipilika, from an ant to elephant, human being, everyone, where are we up to? What are we up to? We are all walking towards, earning towards, doing everything towards what? Sukaya, for being happy. That happiness, where is it? We are searching for happiness from day in and day out, morning to evening, searching. We do not, over time what happens, we forget that we have been searching, we have been doing all this in search of happiness. We forget and we enter into a circle. We just keep rolling around in that cycle. We forget that we are rolling. We are doing this for something that we were looking forward to. We forget that. I wake up, eat, sleep, I go to work, sleep, wake up, eat, go to work, sleep. This is the circle that I am into. It is like a vicious cycle. There is no ending to it. But why am I doing this? A man who is earning for his family forgets his own family. He is earning for whom? For the family. We are earning for living a happy life. Whereas we forget that we are earning for that in the cycle that we are into. We just keep earning. So there is a very nice story my professor used to tell during Vedanta class. He used to tell that there is this man who saw all great actors and thought, I can't even do a haircut like them, so I should have a hairstyle like them, he thought. And he felt so vexed that, see, I can't even spend money for a haircut. I don't have money at all. I have to earn so much that I should be able to cut my hair the way I want. So he started working towards it, started earning money, earning so much. He earned so much, he became very rich. He had cars, he had a house, he had a big family, he had a big house, everything. And then one day he was looking into the mirror and just thinking about himself. Why did we start? Where did we start this journey? Then he realized, oh, I started with, I did not have money for going for a haircut. Then he realized now he does not even have hair in his head. So now he can't go for a haircut at all. So over time he forgot that he started this for that. This professor used to not say it for this reason. He used to say, one who is attained that jnana will not have wants, but everything, all the icha, everything around will come to him, but now he does not even want anything. He is self-sufficient, atmatriptaha. He will never want anything. So like that we are all running towards sukha. Everyone is running towards sukha. But that sukha, where is it? What is that sukha? Where does it lie? We don't know. That is why we need satsanga. That is why we need a guru, where they will tell us what real happiness is, real sukha is. Because there is a difference between sukha and ananda. Guru Maharaj used to say ananda is bliss. It does not have opposite. Whereas sukha has opposite called dukkha. When there is a sukha, there is dukkha. It is dualities. But sukha, ananda does not have an opposite. Ananda is always ananda. You will not go beyond it. There is nothing beyond it. That experience, that cannot be mukha swadavat. It cannot be expressed. It can only be experienced. So that towards that ananda we have to travel and not towards the sukha. When will we reach that ananda? How will we reach that ananda? Is through prema. So tasya priyameva shiraha. What does Upanishad say? What we are all going towards something called happiness, and there is no end. There is when we reach, when I buy a scooter, I want to buy a car. When I buy a car, I want to buy a better car. When I buy a better car, I want to buy a house. When I buy a house, I want to buy a bigger house. There is no end to it. But there is some stage, they should reach one stage where there is no more needs that are coming. Na nivartante, there is no coming back up that stage. We have to go to that stage where there is no coming back. Only when we reach there, then we are there, where we have reached what we have to. That experience, we will go there. So that priyam, how will it come? That priyam will come through, to begin with, your namasmarana. That is why Bhagavata teaches us a lot of bhakti, coming again and again towards, because love is a language that everyone can understand. Everyone needs love. There is happiness in love, and there is happiness in buying something. I buy a car and I'm happy, but the same, I'm telling a material example. When a mother sees his son or a daughter after a very long time and just holds him or her in her hand and just gives him a kiss on the forehead, that happiness, does not cost anything, but it is more than the happiness that you get buying a car, isn't it? So that prema, happiness that is coming through love, is more. It is more experiential than this superficial happiness that is coming through material objects. So here, to attain that prema is the way for all of us. That prema, that love is the way. So that love is only taught through Bhagavata. Bhagavata talks about love in different ways. So the love that we have, a mother has love towards her son, husband has love towards his wife, or there is love in every relationship. But that love towards God is called devotion. That love towards God is called bhakti, and this love will be forever. This will not have any expectations, and there is no. So different stories of different bhaktas, so different devotees or different lovers of God. That is what the stories of bhaktas are. That is what Bhagavatam is. All these stories come in different forms. And there are different types of bhaktas. We read Bhagavata, we listen to Bhagavata Katha, we understand, we relate to some or the other bhakta. That is why Bhagavatam is there. That is why Rama, there is, our Sanatana Dharma has given us so many ways, because not every man will connect to a single way, methodology. We need different thoughts, we have different thoughts, we have different ideologies, and our dharma respects each and every one of them. All the ways are respected, all the schools of thought are respected, everything is respected, and it is inclusive. Like we spoke yesterday, it is in our dharma is inclusive. So Bhagavata is telling us stories of different people. A bhakta called Dhruva, who wanted to sit on the lap of his father, attained mukti, attained moksha. He saw Bhagavan directly. He just, what did he want to do? He wanted to sit on the lap of his father. But what did his mother teach him? Oh Dhruva, whoever you pray to, whoever you ask for, will not give you what you want. Only there is one Pati, there is only one Jagatpati in this world who can give you anything you want. Dhruva, go and pray Narayana, she said. That is a real mother who told him reality, who told him what is real. She did not tell him or show him ways that will make him come back to her someday or the other. She showed him a way that will never make him come back into this world. So that way was shown by Dhruva's mother. That is one story that comes. And then lot of that comes in the 4th skanda. And then there is Prithu Maharaja's story. And then Rishabha Yogeshwara's story that is coming up in Mahabharata in the 5th skanda, where Rishabha Yogeshwara has a son called Bharata. Bharata Yogeshwara is also a great king and a great bhakta. And he went into the forest for doing penance and doing sadhana, and this is a very interesting story. This Rishabha Yogeshwara was doing his penance or whatever in the forest. He left everything at home and came into the forest for doing his own sadhana. He wanted to do sadhana all the time, so he came here into the forest, where he thought there will be no disturbance. The disturbance, it cannot be from outside. That is what this story tells. Disturbance is from inside. So what happened? There was a little deer that came. The mother deer gave birth to a little deer, and the mother deer passed away. There is karuna. When you should have a vadiya pairai kanda bodellam vadinen என்றார் வள்ளலார். What did he say? Whenever I saw a sapling that is like drying, I felt bad for it, he said. That is karuna. That should be there, but that should not lead to banda. There is a difference between empathizing, sympathizing, and getting bind with it. What happens when you get bound? You expect. We start expecting. When there is bondage, there is expectation. But selfless love does not have expectation. So selfless love means connecting to that which is inside. That is detached attachment. So he is now telling this deer, he was taking care of this little deer. Taking care because of out of karuna. Okay, done. He was taking care of this little deer. Over time, what happened? Even while doing penance, while doing his dhyana or sadhana, he was just thinking of that deer. Slowly his sadhana towards Ishvara became sadhana towards this deer. He started thinking about this little deer. Has she come? Is she behind me? Is she scratching me? Why is this deer not come yet? Did she have some food? What happened to her? Oh, she did not have anything from morning. So he kept on meditating upon this deer. This is what we all do. We all keep meditating upon material things rather than the immaterial. Everything except him is immaterial. If we understand that is what we were telling yesterday, the presence of him, that is what Gopikas did. The presence of him, they felt in every single thing around them. If we start feeling that presence, then we will not get attached to it. So this man, this Rishabha Yogeshwara started getting attached. What happened? He started expecting. One day this little deer saw the other deers and her family members and left the ashrama. What happened? He started having desperateness, despair. He started crying. He started weeping for this deer, and he started then feeling guilty that why did I ever come into the forest? I left everything, all the bondages from the kingdom, my family, everything I left, and I came into a forest, and I am now bound to a little deer. So what is bondage? Bondage is not something that is outside, it is inside me. If I decide to be if I decide to be detached, I can stay amongst my people, I can stay in between everything around me and still be myself, still be contemplating on that truth. I can still be contemplating on Krishna. I need not give up samsara. Sukhe kharava samsara. Maharaj says, you can say Anande, you sit in your house and do bhajana. Maharaj, Jnaneshwar Maharaj says, you sit in your house and enjoy bhajan. You need not go to the forest. You need not go to the forest to contemplate, to chant Hari's name. Forest is not like, it is not just by going to the forest or going away from people that you can be in divinity. It is not just that. Even at home you can, but how? I cannot I cannot give it as an excuse. I cannot be at home and say I am at home and I am doing my sadhana. Just like that I cannot say. But that earnestness, that connection to him should be, that contemplation should be there always. If I am doing that always, then home or ground or pub or forest does not even matter to me. So that state we have to reach. That Namasmarana will give us. So here he is telling this Rishabha Yogeshwara felt really bad, and then he remembering the deer, he died. He was born as a deer, and then he understood, he remembered his Purva Janma, that he was a Rishabha Yogeshwara and then Bharata Yogeshwara, and then this is what happened to me, and then he was born again as another Brahmana. And he was called Jatabarada. He was called Jatabarada. People called him Jatabarada, whereas his name is not even mentioned anywhere. He was just there. He was just a being. He was just going around being there. He understood that any activity that I do will lead me into bondage. So he understood that, and he was there, and he was meant to give Upadesha to a king, Raghugna. And then Raghugna also attained moksha, and so did Bharata Yogeshwara. And then comes Ajamila Charitram. See, we are not covering all the stories, but we are understanding here that there are different types of bhaktas. Whoever we want, we can connect to. Dhruva is a kind of bhakta who wanted just to sit on father's lap, but for him also there is moksha waiting. And then Rishabha Yogeshwara, he was a sadhaka, great sadhaka. He was a tapasvi. He wanted, and he is also having a path. And then there is coming Ajamila. Ajamila was also a great bhakta, sadhaka, everything. And what happened? He at last just spoiled everything in his life. He just went behind a woman, he spoiled his life, he had children, he forgot everything. And then what happened? Just by telling the name, and there is a sadhu who came and told him, name your last son as Narayana. And he was named Narayana, calling his last son. He did not even want to call Narayana, not the Narayana. He just called his last son, that too out of bondage. But he also attained moksha. That is Ajamila Charitram. So there are different types of bhaktas, different ways, but all of us have a way. All of us can reach. That is the thing Bhagavata is telling us, different ways, but we all can go there. And then comes Vritrasura. Vritrasura he's coming in the sixth skanda. He is Vritrasura, and he is an asura. He is an asura, but what does he ask for? Vritrasura, what does he ask for? He on Nagaprishtam, Apunarbhavam. I don't want anything. What I want is, I want Virahaya Kanksha. I just want to keep thinking of you and the separation from you and getting together with you. Oh Hari. He is talking like a gopika, not like a asura. He is talking like a gopika. Gopi Bhavam is just full in him. He is talking like a gopika. He is telling that just like a mother bird will protect the birds, little birds, you protect me. I want to be under your protection. I want to be along with you all the time. I want to chant your name, and I want to be in sadhu sangha always, he says. So all these are the things that this asura is asking. So there is no Kambadayalum Charanam Brajema is one line from after Putana Samhara, Putana is getting moksha. When this was said, Kamva Dayalum Sharanam Brajema, is what kind of Dayalu is he? Putana who came to kill him is given moksha. What kind of Dayalu is he, says Bhagavatam. And these words were contemplated so much by one Pundarika Vidyanati, a bhakta from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's period. So during his period, this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to do bhajan at night all the time. He used to call out Krishna's name and just cry and melt in bhakti. So once what happened is, during the bhajan times, only very less number of people will be inside the room, it seems. They'll all be chanting his name, crying and melting down. So during that time, once he called out Pundarika Vidyanade. Pundarika Vidyanade is a name he called out. And other people did not understand, who is this? Prabhu himself is calling out this name. Who must this be? So they all went, two of them went searching for him and found him to be a very, very rich man. Very rich man who's having rings on all his fingers, wearing a silk kurta, and he's sitting on a very big simhasana. He's like a zamindar. And these people were, these bhaktas were like, oh, what kind of material person is he? Will he even be bhakta? Why did Prabhu call out his name last night? They were wondering. And then they just thought, anyway, we have come so far, we will just meet and just speak a few words to him and go. So when they spoke a few words to him, Pundarika Vidyanade said, can you please, Maharaj, you're a sadhus. He just worshipped him, did namaskara to them and said, sadhus, can you just tell me something from Bhagavata? They didn't even tell anything. Even before they, completed the verses and start explaining, they just said, Kamva Dayalum Sharanam Brajema. Just this word melted Pundarika Vidyanade so much. This man in silk kurta started crying, melting and falling down from his simhasana. Those people, those servants were fanning him, got terrified and started shouting, what did you do to our master? What did you do? And then they were all like very upset, and then made him sit on the chair again, sit on the simhasana again, and then he's melting again and again for just these two words. So Bhakti, or that Bhakti Rasa, is not according to what your physical appearance is, what your situation is. You might be in a village, you might be in a whatever place, wherever you are in, but if that seed has to be inside you, it will just flourish like anything. So this Vritrasura is an asura who is a great bhakta, and even Prahalad, Muktanam api siddhanam Narayana Parayana Sudurlabha Prashantatma Kotishvapi Mahamune. He's asking, Parikshit is asking, how come Shuka Brahma, how come Gurudeva, that this Asura is having so much bhakti? How come this Asura is having so much bhakti? Then the Vrittanta of the Purva Janma of this Asura is Chitraketu's story is told. It's telling Chitraketu was someone who asked, there is one Mauli Zabang that says, Kaunache Mai Bapa, Kaunache Ganagodam, Mrugajalavadavaya, Zailaraya. He's telling, who is, when this Chitraketu was a jiva, he was a jiva, he went out of the body, this little baby. And when the father is asking, where are you going? Can you come back? And then the jiva is telling, I am your father. The father is saying, I am your father, please come back. I want to take care of you as a child. And this jiva is telling, which father? How many fathers did I have? How many mothers did I have? I had pig fathers, I had animal fathers, I had human fathers. I was a father to so many jivas, and which father are you? He asked. So that kind of jnana that Chitraketu had, and that Chitraketu was only Vritrasura. So Vritrasura is a bhakta, and bhakti we think is coming this birth now. It is not just Purva Punya Rupa Odavale Nirute. It is not this Janma that we are able to sit here. It is not just because of one Janma that we are born now and sitting here. We are not just come out of like that, come out and you are into bhakti. It's not like that. So many janmas, so many yagams, yajnas, tapas, namasmarana, so many things that we have done in all the previous births, that we are able to at least tell Krishna Nama now. We are able to tell Rama Nama now, because it's over the janmas that we have been through, and now we are here. Guru Maharaj used to say, we have been Yajnapatnis before, we have done so many Yajnas before, and that is why we are able to say Ram Krishna Hari with our mouth now. So it is not just this Janma that has brought us here. So Chitraketu came as Vritrasura. So after Vritrasura's story comes Prahlada Charitra. Ekada Brahmana Putraha, that is Sanat Kumaraha, they were going to meet Narayana. So Haryana was telling, when we go to a temple, there is a procedure to go into a temple and take darshan of God. So there will be Dwarapalakas and there will be a Ganesha inside. After seeing Ganesha, you go around after the Pradakshina, and this is the way you do Pradakshina. There are a lot of rules and regulations or a procedure in which you go. But when you are very, very earnest and you just want to see that God inside, you just want to see Shiva or Vishnu or whoever, that Krishna or Parthasarathi inside, you just, if you have that, Ayyo Parthasarathi, when will I see you? So when a man comes with that bhava, for him these rules does not matter. He just rushes into the temple and just sees the face of Parthasarathi and then feels happy about it. So these Sanat Kumaras were coming happily with all the excitement to see Vishnu, but these Dwarapalakas did not allow. They did not let him in, and the Sanat Kumaras got angry and they cursed. What do they curse? You will go back to Jaya and Vijaya. You will go back to you are in a very high post now. You will go back to the world. You will go back to Bhuloka, and you have to experience, you have to go down now. That is the curse that they had. And then Mahavishnu comes and does panchayat and he says, okay, how do you want to come back? If you want to come back soon, there is one way. You can do bhakti by revenge, bhakti by enmity, bhakti of enmity. So that is also a choice that he gave. So they said, yes, Swami, we want to come back as fast as possible. We cannot stay for years doing penance and meditation. We cannot do all that. We just want to come back to you as fast as possible. Maybe we scold you, it doesn't matter. We want to come back to you. So they were sent down. So they are Hiranyakashipu Putram Prahladam Keshavapriyam. So that Hiranyakashipu will come, and then Ravana and Kumbhakarna and Shishupala and Dantavaktra. These are the 3 janmas that they take, and they go back to Mahavishnu. So while explaining about Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha was and Hiranyakashipu were just like so powerful. They ruled everything, and Hiranyaksha was killed by Hari. Hiranyakashipu was very, very ferocious. Hiranyakashipu got very, very ferocious, and he was someone who killed my brother should not even exist. Even the name of the person who killed my brother should not exist in this world. So what did he do? There is nowhere, no Avirbhava, no, everything is happening. All Vaidika karmas are happening, everything is happening. But the names of Hari is taken off from every other place. Everywhere there is no name of Hari. There is no Harinamam, there is no Harismaranam, there is no Narayana. Nobody is, slowly people will start, he thought, slowly people will start forgetting Narayana. Everyone will say Hiranyaya Namaha, Hiranyakashipave Namaha, and for everything they will say this. Now, he did not understand that Hiranyakashipu is also his name. Slowly he will come back as someone who can kill Hiranyakashipu. So he kept saying, he kept practicing everyone, and that which is made, if something cannot be insisted on someone, it will never happen. If you want someone to do bhakti, you cannot take a class and just push all your knowledge into some person. It will not happen. Even if you push, he will vomit. It will not get digested unless you like and eat. So if the food that we eat will not get digested if we eat it without any liking. That is why people eat without liking, then they vomit. So we have to eat liking it. So that is what Bhakti Rasa cannot be given just like that. So he started insisting that people should start saying his name, people should do yajna for him, the devatas should not be worshipped. So he removed all these things and started his own kingdom, his own ways, his own rules. All these things started coming up, and he went to do penance. When he went to do penance, his wife was pregnant. What did Indra do? His wife Kayatu was pregnant. What did Indra do? This Hiranyakashipu we are not able to manage. We are just waiting for Mahavishnu to kill this Hiranyakashipu. But what if he brings a son into this world, he will be more powerful. So I have to kill him. The Devatas decided that we have to kill him. So Indra thought, I will kidnap this Kayatu, take her away and kill the child. So this is the thought of Devatas. How Devas think. How does a sadhu think? And allopathy medicine, what does it do? You give a Saridon. You give a Saridon for what? A headache. What does it do? It numbs your nerves that tell you that you have pain in your head. After some time you will get that pain back, but for now it is numbing the pain feeling. That is all. But what does Ayurveda do? It finds the root cause. You are having a headache. Why did you have headache? What did you eat? When did you eat? Did you eat last night? Did you eat curd? Did you have that? Did you have this? He will ask 100 questions and understand why he is having a headache, and then uproot the cause. That is what sadhus do. Sadhus, Indra said, we will kill it. He thought if I am killing Kayatu, the womb of Kayatu, then the problem is solved. If you amputate, the problem is solved for an allopathic physician. So, but here, what does he do? Narada, no, that is not the case. Give it to me. You give that stone to me, I will make it to Chandrakanta stone. That is what sadhus do. They will make you a Chandrakanta stone. So what does he do? He takes this Kayatu, makes her sit and give Pravachana. He tells him all the stories of Narada, all the stories. Narada sits and tells all the stories to Kayatu. While Kayatu fell asleep, this little Shishu inside the womb listened to all the Vedanta and everything. It listened, and it was so full of Garbha Shriman. He's called Prahalada, is called Garbha Shriman. He becomes what is a Shri? What is a wealth? Wealth is not something that is wealth, jewelry or earrings or land, whatever property. That is wealth, but that wealth is not eternal wealth. What is eternal wealth? That will take you to eternity. That is eternal wealth. So that eternal wealth he was having while he was inside the Garbha only. While he was inside the womb of the mother only. So he is called Garbha Shriman. That Prahalada is born. That Prahalada who was soaked in the Bhakti Rasa was born to Kayatu and Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu, after doing penance, he asked all great boons, that the different methods and permutation combinations he planned, and how he should not die and live forever. For all that he planned, and he had a nice plan in his mind. He asked that boon, and he thought he solved all the problems of his life. When he came back, he did not have a clue that the problem was born in his house. He did not have a clue. He came back, and this little boy was born. He was so happy, seeing that he is having a little baby boy. There are 4 other brothers as well to Prahalada. So what does Narada describes Prahalada as Krishna Graha Grihitatma Naveda Jagadidrisham. There is Grahanam, they say. This is this Graha dosha you have. You've been caught by this Graha, that Graha, and all they say, no? This Prahalada was Krishna Graha Grihitatma. He was always in the Smarana of Krishna. He did not play games. He did not have all the fun the other kids used to have. He did not even understand the world. He was in his own world. He was smiling, laughing, crying, chanting the names of Krishna. He was so happy, Prahalada. So this Prahalada was little boy, grew little bigger, and he was sent to Patashala. He was sent to his Gurukulam. That is how, see, even if it is Hiranyakashipu, he did not tell the teachers to come to his house and teach. Even Dasharatha did not tell the Rishi to teachers to come to his house and teach. Everyone, they knew if a child has to learn properly, he has to be sent to a Gurukulam and learn. Now what we do? We tell the teachers to come home. I am paying you fees, you teach my kid. That is what we think, no? It is not the way. Yeah, whoever it is, even Hiranyakashipu had the samskara of sending his kids to Gurukula. So Prahlada went to Gurukula and he was coming back for holidays. Ekada Asuravarat Putram Ankam Aropya Pandava Papricha Katyatam Vatsa Manyate Sadhu Yat Bhavan. Manyate Sadhu Yat Bhavan. What do you think is the best amongst all the things that you learnt? Oh, Vatsa, oh little child. He just took him on his lap, made him sit. That is one nice father, no? He is making him sit, little child, making him sit on his lap and asking him, what did you learn, little child? He is a very nice father actually. Until his ego was hurt, his principles were tackled. He is a very nice father. Made him sit on his lap nicely and asked, what did you learn? And he is also not asking, tell me the formulas that you learned. He is asking, what do you think is the best among what you learned? What do you think is most sadhu among what you learned? So that Prahlada is telling that sadhu manye asuravarya dehinam then Griha Mandakupam, if you do not falling into this material world and pleasures, yed Vanam Gate yed Harim Ashrayeta, yed Harim Ashrayeta, to take refuge in Hari is, I think, the best thing, sadhu, the most sadhu that one has to know, one has to learn. What is it? To always take solace in Hari. This Hiranyakashipu was slightly confused. What is happening? Buddhi Viparyayaha. What happened to you? What did you learn wrong? Is everything fine? He called his gurus, the teachers, and asked, what did you teach? Is he fine? What is he talking about? He started getting frightened inside. What is happening? Is the Hari, our enemy, doing some game here? He started understanding. He started feeling slightly inside him, something wrong is happening with my child. Then Daitye Chandanamane Jato Ayam Kantaka Drumaha. He said, Chandanamane Ayam Kantaka Drumaha. In this whole, Hiranyakashipu is thinking, in the Chandanavana, why did this thorny plant come up in a Chandanavana, in a forest of Chandana, sandalwood? Why did this Kantaka thorny plant come up? Why did it come up? He's thinking, says Narada. And then he goes back to the Gurukula, he comes back again. Again he is Ankamaropya, and that father's feeling, he's just like smelling his head and giving a kiss with that father who's so proud of his son, that kind of father. He's having tears in his eyes and he's just kissing the son and asking, what did you learn now? Because he's having that faith that now he will tell that he learned something very nice. So what did you learn? What's up? What did you learn? Then he is still telling, Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnoho Smaranam Padasevanam Marchanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakhyam Atmanivedanam. So last time he said Harim Ashrayeta. Hari, okay, probably he is telling me. Now Vishnu, he used the word Vishnu. Vishnoho Padasevanam. Bhakti Navalakshana. These are the 9 types of bhakti, Appa. These are the 9 types of bhakti. Shravanam, listen to his stories. Kirtanam, sing his glory. Vishnoho Smaranam, always remember him. Pada Sevanam, do seva of his feet, always do seva. Archanam, do puja to him, vandanam, salute him, do namaskara, be his dasa, dasyam, always tell everything that you do. Be his servant, he is the master, he is the only master, be his servant, dasyam, and atma nivedanam, offer yourself to him. This is the 9 types of bhakti, appa. We should all do take up one of these bhaktis towards Sri Vishnu. That is the goal of our lives, he says. Tanmanye aditam uttamam. I think this is the best thing that I learnt, he says. Now Hiranyakashipu is vexed, irritated and tensed. And then and he is again telling the gurus, what did you teach, what is happening, and all that guru is asked. And then he is telling, this Prahlada, this little boy is talking Vedanta. Punah charvita charvananam. This is, why are you, Appa, why are you asking the gurus? They're all the people around are just doing all the time gossiping, talking about all the material things, and that is of no use. That is going to lead us nowhere. This is of no use. Then what should we, how is this like? People teaching me about all these material things is like what? Andaha yatha andenaiva niyamanaha yatha andaha. It is like blind people being taken forward by other blind people. If someone is blind, he should be taken forward by a man who has vision. If he is also being taken by another man who is not having vision, there is no use, no? They will reach nowhere. That is what is happening with these gurus, appa. This is not the truth. There is something more. Then he got terrified, got angry and said, you have to be killed. This little boy has to be killed. Then this boy is taken back to the Gurukula. They are trying to, or the gurus are trying to teach him the best. Whereas what happened over time, a flower that is blossomed will have fragrance. You cannot control the fragrance and keep it inside. If it is a flower that has blossomed, the fragrance will spread automatically. So this boy, this little Prahlada, started talking to all the students in his Gurukula. He started talking to his friends. Kaumara acharet pragyo dharmana bhagavataniha durlabam manusham janma. He's telling his friends, oh friends, dear friends, don't forget, it is very, very rare to get a manusha janma. It is very rare to be born as a human being. Don't live and die like animals. We are all blessed that we are born as human beings. Even after being born as human beings, we eat half the time and the other half time we sleep, and then we are old, we cannot do anything. When we are a little boy, we cannot do anything. We are only playing. When we are very little, we are only playing. When we are very old, we are always sick. So all these times will be wasted. So now don't waste your time. This is the time we have to do Namakirtana. This is the time we have to learn the scriptures. This is the time when we have to think about Krishna. Don't waste your time, my dear friends. He is talking all these things to his friends. Tasmat sarveshu bhuteshu dayam kuruta sauhridam. Oh dear friends, let us all be showing daya, showing grace and karuna to every being around us, and we'll start chanting his name. We'll all chant his name together, he says, and everyone started singing his name. Everyone start saying Narayana Narayana Jai Jai Govinda Hare. Everyone starts singing bhajan and everyone starts enjoying, and they also started enjoying this form of all this time. Whatever our guru taught did not give us happiness, but what this Prahlada is telling is giving us so much happiness, and it's giving us so much ananda. They are also asking Prahlada, where did you learn all these from? We are also studying with you. We did not learn any of this. Where did you learn all these from? Prahlada is saying, this is what my Guru Kripa did to me. When I was inside my mother's womb only, my Guru taught me all this. So it is Guru Kripa that has brought me here, and I am telling you the truth. This is the truth. All that is around us is not the truth. Join me and chant his name, says Prahlada. And all the other kids start chanting, and Hiranyakashipu totally gets angry, and everyone goes and complains. And what happens? Hiranyakashipu is punished. Everywhere, all the possible ways of a punishment. You can't imagine. We can't even imagine someone doing that to us. We can't imagine if someone is having a knife on our neck and saying, if you say Harinama, I will slit your throat. Will we ever say Harinama? we will immediately stop saying her name. We'll say, okay, fine, I'm not telling anything. Leave me alone. If you want me to tell your name, okay, I will tell your name. What is your name? Tell me, I will say. Isn't it? So that is the fear that we have towards death. But whereas this is Prahlada, he's being pushed through a mountain, he's being given poison, so many things he's doing, but all that does not even matter to him. He's telling, Vittala, Jani Sthali Varala. Everywhere Vittal is there. Appa, Vittal is everywhere. Aaj main drishti ne dekhila. Appa, I am seeing through my eyes. He is there everywhere. He is spread everywhere. He is present everywhere. Why do you even think something else can harm me? Other than Hari, there is nothing in front of me, and Hari can never harm me. He has only created me. He cannot harm me. So there is nothing which can harm me, Appa. So whatever these people do, nobody is able to do anything to this Prahlada. What happens? When the Devatas went and asked Mahavishnu, when will you come? These asuras are doing, Hiranyakashipu is just doing so much calamity in this world. When will you ever come? When will you come to save us? When Devatas go and ask. So he is telling, when Prahlada is hurt, I will not leave. That minute I will be there. So Prahlada, when even if he is hurt, even if Hari is hurt, even if you scold Hari, he will not be bothered. When a Bhagavata is scolded, when a Bhakta is scolded, when a Sadhu is insulted, Hari cannot bear. He will immediately come. That is what happened. Hari immediately came when a Bhagavata is hurt. So Hiranyakashipu got angry and all the methods were a failure. Nothing worked out. And when he came, he brought this child to made him stand. Where is your Hari? You are telling that your Hari is protecting you. Whatever happens, nothing is, I am able to not able to destroy you. Where is this Hari? Tell me the truth. He is telling, Appa, Jani Sthali Barala, he is there everywhere. He is there everywhere. I can see him. He is telling, I cannot see him. I cannot see him with my eyes. How are you able to see? That is the difference between Prahlada and Hiranyakashipu. How is he able to see? How is Hiranyakashipu not able to see? That is the difference. That is what Namasmarana did to Prahlada. He is telling that Hiranyakashipu is asking, is he in this pillar? Prahlada very, very for surely says, yes, he is in the pillar. He is. Can we say? We cannot say. Because we don't know. We do not have the faith. We will not say yes. But Prahlada very faithfully said yes. So what happened? Narasimha came. Satyam vidatum nijavritya bhashitam vyaptim cha bhuteshu akhileshu chatmanaha. Akhileshu chatmanaha, that which Hiranyakashipu, that Narasimha, that Hari, vyaptam, he is everywhere. The Hari who is everywhere came through this pillar, it seems. Why did he come through this pillar? Satyam vidatum, to keep up the truth. Truth of what? There is so much, all great Jambavans do Vyakhyanam of this little word so elaborately. This word, Satyam Vidatam, has so much meaning. To prove the truth, not just of Prahlada, of Hiranyakashipu as well. Hiranyakashipu, that he will not, Mrigam na Manusham, he does not want to be killed by an animal or a human being. So that this is among all the, so he found a loophole of all the boons that was asked by Hiranyakashipu, and he came. Why should even Hiranyakashipu's words be meant? It need not even mean anything, isn't it? But even Bhagavan he is truthful even to the Rakshasa, even to someone who is asking him a boon like that. To him also he wants to be truthful. Those words also he wants to keep up. So to be truthful to that. And Prahlada, the Bhakta, said, he is in the pillar, then I should be in the pillar. He comes out through the pillar as Narasimha. So angry, so ferocious, Narasimha comes out, and it is Attahasam, it is the sound that Hiranyakashipu makes, the whole world is shattered. Brahma falls from his seat and everyone is just terrified and afraid. Everyone is like in fear. What is happening? Who is this? What is going to happen? Is the whole world going to end? Everyone is afraid. And this Prahlada is not having any fear at all. He is standing like he is standing near his own mother. What is that? Dvitiya, when there is a Dvitiya, there is fear. When is fear? When do you have fear? Fear is when you see something that is other than you. That is fear. But Prahlada does not see anything other than him. To Prahlada, everything is Hari. He is also Hari. There is nothing second to him. There is nothing more than that to him. So he does not have any fear. He did not have fear all these days, and he does not have fear today also. He is just standing there like a little boy standing near his mother. Even Lakshmi is afraid. Everyone is afraid seeing this ferocious Rupa, Narasimha Rupa of Mahavishnu. But Prahlada stands there and he is standing there like a little boy, and Prahlada, Bhagavan says, Prahlada Bhadra Bhadram te Preetoham te Asurottama, he says, Asurottama, I am so happy with you, I am so satisfied with you. Varam Vrinishwa, you ask, Kamapurosmyaham Drinam, I am the one who fulfills desire of all human beings. You ask me anything, I will give you. What does Prahlada ask? Prahlada says, यदि राशीश मे कामान वरांस्त्वं वरदर्शभ कामानां हृदय संरोहम भवतस्तु वृणे वरम. He is telling that I should not have the desire to ask for a desire. I should not have the desire that it should not even sprout out of me. There should not be a desire that is sprouting out of me, he says. It should not even come up in me. There should be no desires. That is the varam, that is the desire that I am having now. That is what you have to give me. That I should not have anything that I should ask you. And then, Namo Bhagavate Tubhyam Purushaya Mahatmane Haraye Adbhuta Simhaya Brahmane Paramatmane. He is saluting Prahlada, saluting Narasimha as Namo Bhagavate Tubhyam, O Bhagavan, I salute you. Namo Namaha. Mahatma, you are the Mahatma, you are the great sadhu that has come for me. Haraye Adbhuta Simhaya, this is a very unique form that you have taken for this little bhakta. So Brahmane, Paramatmane, O Paramatma, I salute to you, he says. And then he also asks for his father's moksha. He asks that his father also to be given moksha. And Narada says, Prahladasya anucharitam Mahabhagavatasya cha. So when Tata gave this topic, he said, Prahlada Bhagavatar's story. I was wondering, where is Prahlada Bhagavatar written? Narada's words they are. Narada says, Prahladasya anucharitam Mahabhagavatasya cha bhaktir jnanam viraktischa yatatmyam chasya vaiharehe. You will get bhakti, jnana, vairagya, everything just by listening to the story of, reading the story of Bhakta Mahabhagavata Uttama Bhagavata, and also is like Bhakta Samrajya Chakravarti. Is called the Bhakta Samrajya Chakravarti. This little Prahlada, the son of great Asura Hiranyakashipu, is called the Bhakta Samrajya Chakravarti. Whoever tells any series of Bhakta Namas, you say Prahlada Narada Parashara Ambarisha. So Prahlada's name is the first name that comes among all the Bhaktas who've been there for like ever and ever. Till today, Prahlada's bhakti is being contemplated by all the sadhus, because that he is a little boy. The vairagyam that he had towards towards the life or whatever that happened to him, the vairagyam that he had, that Harinama should not be given up. His bhakti will not be given up. Whatever happens, he is not giving up. No, that vairagyam, his bhakti, his love, all these. At the end, he does not ask that his father should be killed. He is the first one to ask for moksha for his father. So that bhakti, jnana, vairagya of Prahlada is always to be asked for and contemplated upon. And I take this opportunity to thank Bhagavan and elders for making us think about this Bhakta Prahlada today. And let us pray that we get more and more satsang. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Gopika Jeevana Smaranam, Govinda, Govinda.